Hi guys, Natasha with the Death Ethel vlog. Alright, so last year Jana Aston wrote these Reindeer Falls collections 1 through 3. And I was like, I loved him so much, I really hope she writes something again. Sure enough, she did. This is the Reindeer Falls collection 4, 5, and 6. So this is 3 books. I read them and listened to them at the same time. The first book, Elves with Benefits, which is book 4, and this is Ryan Sheppard and Maggie's story. And let's just say Maggie cracks me up. Maggie would be like the perfect Hallmark little cop. She is set in Reindeer Falls to make sure everybody's kind of falling with the Christmas spirit of the town. And she finds out that the Shepherd boys are back in town because they just lost their uncle. And their uncle left all 3 boys something special. Ryan's was the beautiful home, the home that she always loved when she's lived in Reindeer Falls, all lit up and just beautiful with the Christmas spirit. Not Ryan Sheppard. He hasn't really had the Christmas spirit in years. And so for him, kind of like annoying Maggie has been his ultimate goal. And sure enough, these two truly kind of have like that, like fire and ice with them. And that's what I kind of chuckle with it, is because these two, it's just funny because, she's determined to make it right. But then he's like, I'm just here to sell the house. And she goes, well, if you set it up with Christmas decorations, it's going to sell a lot better. And you can call you have to wait until after the holidays because, it's Christmas spirit. Lo and behold, she is the realtor of Reindeer Falls, and so he has to work with her. And I kind of just like it. These two enjoy each other, and they kind of just, I think they like to one up on who's going to annoy the other person first. But it's how they finally figured out that when they're together, they're the happiest, and they really kind of enjoy the Christmas spirit. And Ryan starts to see that he was missing out, and he used to love the holiday, and he loved coming to his Uncle Joe's place and seeing the lights and all of the beautiful times he lived there, and he forgot how beautiful this town was. And she even said, it goes, we're like hot chocolate and marshmallows, we just fit. And that's kind of how this couple was, is that they did hit, and they did kind of see that the Christmas spirit for them is one, and it's beautiful. But it's also when they're in their sexy times, it's really fun. This guy is hilarious. But then we have the second book. This is One Night with a Nutcracker. And let's just say Sutton has a lot to say in Jake. Sutton has the goat farm in town, and she kind of just is misplaced a lot. And so she ends up just kind of putting her Airstream that she wanted a poker game on some property with a barn and taking all these kind of stray goats. Lo and behold, Jake Sheppard's kind of inheritance from his uncle was land. And now Jake is thinking, I'm going to tear this down and I'm going to build a golf course. Lo and behold, he comes to the barn with all the goats and meets all these hilarious animals because, if you haven't met a goat, then you just haven't met life, because goats are hilarious and they really kind of make you laugh a lot. And what's funny about it is that, Jake's kind of misplaced too. So what's he do? He kind of stays with Sutton at her Airstream on the farm that she's kind of stolen in a way, just to raise her goats. And she makes these amazing goat soaps. And, but Jake's like, I'm just going to sell this place. But over time, Jake sees something more. He sees that Sutton is actually doing something very awesome and very good for the community. And what she's done, she's taken in goats that have kind of been abandoned and strayed. They're all cute and cuddly when they're babies, but when they get older, they take a lot of work, and you have to make sure you have the land and the means to feed them, and if they're a milking goat, to milk them. And so Sutton kind of does something beautiful. She takes all that and she makes these wonderful soaps. And I can only imagine, I have friends that are goat farmers, and they do the milk and the butter and the cheese and the soaps, and I love it all. And I'm just imagining this barn with all these kind of amazing Christmas smells and some kind of entertaining goats. But it's in this time that, Jake sees that she is the one, and she's the one that's going to kind of help them build their, his idea of what he wants to do. And it kind of makes you sweet and swoon. And again, this is, Reindeer Falls. It's almost like a Hallmark, mini series that you just need to keep watching. But then it's book 3. This is The Bachelor on the Shelf. let's just say Carter is entertainment as it is. He's been gifted the dog. The dog that, has been Lexi's like thing. Like Lexi has taken care of the dog forever, Rudy, and it's her passion, but she's also a librarian, but she's always been so kind of just drawn to Rudy the dog, and Rudy just means everything to her. And she's so pissed that Carter, professional baseball player, has been gifted the dog. But she has a plan. And these two kind of work on their plan to kind of, get together, but he needs a fake fiance so he can get his endorsement. But his endorsement comes with a price. He has to fake that he's engaged to Lexi. Lexi goes along with it because she's always had a crush on Carter since they were in school, and she always wondered what he would be like. Lo and behold, these two have a lot in common, and they just don't get it. She does everything, kind of good for the community because she has her library, but then she sees that there's so much more. But Carter sees so much about his community too that he wishes that he could be part of. And that is, the baseball fields in the park. He feels like if he can get this endorsement, he can take some of that money and put it back into Reindeer Falls. Yes, Reindeer Falls is all about the glitz and the glamour of the holidays, but it also needs to kind of support, the kids and, athletics and getting outside and enjoying it, because those are his best memories of him and his dad out there on the field in the snow, playing catch. But, Lexi's like, she thinks she's being used because, again, he has to have this perfect relationship because he's kind of been a bad boy. Through it all, these two break their walls down and they find out that, Rudy brought them together for a reason, and Rudy's going to keep them together for that reason. I highlighted something else, but when I look at Carter, the words feel real. He's looking at me the way that people in the library look at me when they found their favorite book. And this whole series is fun. It's quick. It's fun to listen to, and it's fun to read. I did both when I'm traveling. Again, we're getting this big, huge snowstorm, so we're kind of snowed in right now. And it's perfect to read. Grab a glass of wine, a hot chocolate with a little Bailey's in it. But go enjoy these Christmas reads. I highlighted something else. He goes, love is about a feeling totally at peace with someone and trusting that you have shared goals for the future. Again, this is Reindeer Falls Collections, Volume 2. This is book 3, 4, and 5. It's the Sheppard brothers. You guys won't be disappointed. It's in the links. Go grab the book. Bye-bye.